Hi, Edgar. Hi, Amerix. Thanks for hosting me today. I just want to do some house cleaning on a few things. First of all, and I think Amerix, we spoke earlier about it, is about my tweets about some people in the movement, some people in the struggle. We've been talking about Boniface Mwangi and Khalif Cairo, and everyone seems to be coming at me and telling me that, oh, I'm spreading or I don't know, causing disunity in the movement. No, my asking for accountability, whether it's by Caliph, whether it's by Boniface, whether it's by Hanifa, is not to insinuate, is not inversely proportional to endorsing Ruto. So why are you claiming that seeking accountability within the movement, because we cannot be demanding transparency and accountability from our politicians and then tolerating the same within the movement? So first of all, the people who I am targeting or the people who I am naming, they have gone in the media and been identified as leaders of the movement or leaders of the protest. So myself, I've not gone or I've not appeared on any media interview saying or claiming to be a leader of the protest, but them they have. And so on that basis, I have every right to demand that some questions be answered. For instance, on June 25th, the day that protesters stormed into parliament, why was Boniface Mwangi caught on camera asking protesters to leave CBD? That is a very fair question. And instead of somebody resorting to body shaming, resorting to insults, resorting to all manner of deflection, spin, obfuscation, yesterday Boniface Mwangi even staged his own goons to raid his office and then come to try and solicit sympathy from the masses. No, the question still remains. You were there on June 25th with a group of riders and mobilizers, and you got people out of CBD. The basis or the narrative that you used was it was for their own safety, but we all know what happened when they went to their estate. So they went to Gedurai, they went to Rongai, and then the police found them there. They did what they did. People are disappearing. They are just turning up in morgues. As of today, somebody just told me that their brother appeared in a morgue in Naivasha. So going home did not guarantee the safety as had been claimed. So my question is still to Boniface Mwangi, and I will ask you until you give me a straight answer. Why did you get people out of Nairobi CBD? Who paid you? Are you on the payroll of the Ministry of Interior? That's the question, because Boniface Mwangi is accusing me of being a government operative, yet he himself goes on seminars with the National Police Service and the Ministry of Interior. He gets paid by them. So it is a fair question, and don't try and bully me. Don't try and guilt trip me that I am causing disunity in the movement by seeking accountability. This is fair game. What we demand from our leaders, we also demand of ourselves. We demand this level of accountability. Number two, this week has been a very long week. On Monday, the director of the DCI made a statement that I did a tweet, and then later they went and arrested Macharia Gaitho, saying that they first abducted him. It wasn't even an arrest. They abducted him in one car, and then he had first tried to shed off this tail by the DCI, and then he went to Karen police station, and then they abducted him, and they brutalized him, they handcuffed him, he had wounds. So first of all, I have nothing but good things to say about Macharia Gaitho. He took the pain that was probably allocated to me. It was meant for me. So I really respect Macharia Gaitho for that. And then I went to the DCI. I presented myself because there was no other option. My face was circulated, and I didn't want to appear as if I'm a fugitive and I'm a law-abiding citizen. We presented ourselves to DCI Kiambu Road. They told us to go to Nairobi area. We obliged. We went there. I have nothing but, gratitude to my lawyers who moved very swiftly. There's John Haminwa, there's Dudley Ochiel, and there's Austin Kativa, and I'm grateful that we went that, and then we went for a hearing before magistrate Ondieki, and he gave us 30,000 bail. We were with my comrade Ali Noor. I don't know whether if he's online. I hope he gets the mic at some point. But yeah, it's been a long week because we have seen that the system can be fine-tuned to turn a civil case into a criminal case. Because that was a civil case, there was a complainant. The complainant had all the avenues to reach me, because I think even my lawyer is currently in touch with their lawyer. There were all these avenues to reach me, so that, if I could do anything. In fact, sometimes you don't even need lawyers. Sometimes you just need to DM me, and if there is something, I would delete it quickly. So I don't know how it ended up there, but the thing is, we are investing our time and our energy in this process. We are doing this for the greater good of the country, which is why now we come to the second person I've been profiling, who is Caliph Cairo. Every day before the protests, at 8 p.m. on the eve, he releases a video telling people or discouraging people from going for the maandamano. And we are wondering, these are unsolicited videos. Why are you telling us not to go? Are we going with your money? Are we going with your fare? I think Caliph Cairo is so used to paying people on Twitter, the useless bastards on Twitter who follow him. He's so used to paying them, and he imagines that when we are going, we are demanding or requiring anything from him. No, listen. First of all, if you've benefited from this regime, the first thing you should be doing is laying low. You should be laying low if you've benefited, if you're somewhere your business is intertwined with the stalwarts in this government, lest we are going to profile your business. And Caliph Cairo, we know where your business is located. It's located in Kiambu Road. It's located in Westlands Business Park. We can come and occupy there if you continue doing, and I have no problem with government stalwarts who say and proudly flaunt their regime. But I have a problem with those who hide, those who are hiding and purporting to dispense neutral opinions, and claiming that, oh, I am telling you because I care about your well-being. You should not. No. We will not allow pacifiers or people who have been paid by the regime, by the establishment, to come and disrupt us. You have no business telling somebody not to go. You should be, can we say, saving that kind of unsolicited advice to your dependents, to your girlfriends, to your hoodrats, but not to people on social media. And we are dealing with young, impressionable people who may not know the kind of treachery that goes on in these streets. Now, me, I have been in this world for long. I can tell a scammer from a distance. I can tell you from a mile away that this guy is pushing an agenda. So if you, the burden of the brutalized, let me repeat it again. The burden of the brutalized is not to comfort the bystander. So you have no critique. You have no catalog of achievement. You have no. We can't tell whether you have been criticizing the government on our behalf, whether you've been doing it for your own personal vested interest. But if you have no established, can we call it for our oppression, then please don't criticize us when we take the next step. Like now, this week, people are talking about Occupy, JKIA. They are already insinuating that, oh, we want to engage in arson and whatnot. No, they have blocked us from accessing Uhuru Park. First of all, they erected a fence there, God knows for what. It's supposed to be a public park. That fence needs to be down as soon as possible. But they have blocked us from CBD. And then now they use the business people to try and guilt trip us. Oh, because you're coming to CBD, then the business people are not making money. And I'm wondering, these business people, if the people don't have money, where will you get the customers? Where will you get the clientele to sustain your business? So we are all in this shit together. That's what you need to understand, so that when you open your mouth and claim that you're a businessman and you're suffering because of the protest, so me, I'm your potential client. How do you expect me to get money when they, or to have money to come and support your business when they are passing a very toxic, a very sterile finance bill. So we are all in this together one way or another. So if you have no established catalog of our criticizing for our issues, for our grievances, please don't give us suggestions. Don't make suggestions for those of us who are in the struggle, those of us who are in the grind, trying to make it better. I was telling somebody, and I did a tweet just recently, just a while ago. I was saying Uhuru Kenyatta banned JKIA in 2013. 2013, he had seen the only way he's going to push his business interests. First of all, he wanted, I don't know, to get the duty-free. He wanted to be in control and get the contracts for the duty-free. And then he wanted to terminate the Greenfield terminal. So because he couldn't do that legally, then he resorted to an unconventional way. And we endured the disruption that was even... Forget about everything we endured, because I remember I was traveling at the time a lot. We endured the disruption for months. Everything was overhauled. Everything was done. Even where we were going to get our stamps. Today, those contracts still exist at JKI. Do you know how much they are getting paid? They are getting paid 2 million shillings. 2 million shillings a day for those useless tents where when you are arriving, you get into a tent, I don't know what. They are being paid 2 million shillings. Nobody has ever raised a finger. But because now a group of protesters are saying, because we've been blocked everywhere, now let's go to the airport. We are not going to ban it. We are just going there to protest because they have blocked us in every other avenue that we want. Oh, now they are saying, oh, we are promoting anarchy. Where were they when Uhuru was banning the airport? You understand? So finally, I would want to tackle this issue of this treacherous bastard called Raila Amolo Odinga. Like, that guy has no shame whatsoever. We are supposed to be looking at our elders for advice, for direction, but slowly it's emerging that age is no longer a measure of wisdom, because you are ready to sacrifice all the ideals, all the principles, all the values that you've been purporting to stand for. But there was this one time I went to the the Jaramogi Odinga Center in Upper Hill, and he gave us a speech. And you will notice when he's giving his speeches, he starts from 1982, and then they end at 1995, and then he says he went, I don't know where, he was in exile, or he was in hiding, and then these people told him to hide, but he conveniently sleeps and forgets to tell us, or omits the fact that from 1997, he is the one who extended the Moi regime, part of him and the other MPs who came up with this so-called IPPG, so and whatnot. And he came now in the Kibaki era, and then he came to the Uhuru era. His treachery and his betrayal is well documented, is in the public domain. So to see him embarking on the same garbage that he's been doing year in, year out, to see him now saying, he released a statement today saying, oh, I don't know, the doctors must be dealt with, I don't know what, all these issues must be dealt with. Who asked him? Who does he think that they are going to be dealt with because he spoke about them? This is the entitlement with a certain political class that we want to eradicate, because when they are talking about dialogue, is amongst themselves, and we are saying that we are tired of your nonsense. Raila Odinga has pieced on his credentials, his imaginary credentials. He's I hear he's a conman, but I think he's worse. I think this guy is the problems of Kenya today are intertwined with Raila Odinga, and to see him shamelessly, even fronting names to be part of the cabinet. I'm happy, because when we started this movement, we were only about Ruto must go, but now we have gotten Raila Odinga as a bonus package. So is buy one, get one free is a bog off, because this Raila clown, this Raila character has been behind our misery, and now is an opportunity to hit a reboot, so that in the next political dispensation, because we have seen Joe Biden, we had said Joe Biden is a one-time president. You can see his senility even drove him to Ruto. So if we are saying that Joe Biden has gone, if we are saying that Nicolas Sarkozy, not Sarkozy, this French president Macron has gone, if we are saying that Rishi Sunak has gone, then clearly there is no international support for William Ruto. if we are hearing, if the rumors are true that the donors have suspended funding from Kenya, if it is true that businessmen are not paying their taxes, then in a few weeks, Ruto will not have money even to pay the very policemen who are brutalizing us. So we are ending, the end game is clear. We are going, we are getting into something called a scorched earth policy, that's or strategy, where now the government will not have funds to continue propagating their heinous and outrageous and demonic agenda. So since we have seen that end, we should start preparing early, because it is inevitable. Ruto is going. It's just a matter of when. But it's not an if. It's when he leaves. And from my own predictions, and I'm rarely wrong, Ruto cannot get to 2027. He will definitely not get there. Look at him today. Even when he's given an opportunity on a silver platter to rise to the occasion, to tower above his petty and parochial interests, the guy just opens his mouth and says the dumbest shit that can come out of a human being. You wonder what's wrong with this guy. He's just intentionally, deliberately provoking us. And now when people now decide he has triggered, I've had the PS here talking of higher education, and she's talking in a very motherly tone, and she's saying, "Oh, I'm a mother, you know, you're sympathizing with who? Shut the fuck up, man. Stop trying to insult our collective intelligence over here, trying to say you're sympathizing with who. You are increasing university students' fees. You are reducing help allocations. You've been planted there just to fulfill an agenda, and that agenda comes with disenfranchising young people, so that you alone can be there on top, reaping from what you've not sown. And we are saying we are tired because of this collective bullshit. Then you're coming here and your motherly tone, and then with your scripted speeches here, you're trying to doing so come to 10th, that. It's just shut the fuck up, man. Emirates shouldn't be hosting some of these GOK clowns over here, man. Yeah, I know we want to make it as a free speech, I don't know, citizens assembly, but some things, man, these guys are insulting our intelligence. These guys just want to aggravate us with our taxes. And so we are saying, when we are taking the next step that we are taking in this movement, it could be non-violent. Everyone seems to think that protest is the only strategy, is the only plan, is the only option that people have. No, there are so many other strategies of non-violent protest, and we are going to utilize all of them, because we are saying that we have given these guys time to just say something, to just give us a hint, to just say, you know what, we are going to overhaul the cabinet, and then they bring back the same losers, the same wankers, the same idiots who have been oppressing us, the same guys who should be in the International Criminal Court are brought back, because he's showing us like mutadu, he's showing us the middle finger like mutadu, yenye ni nani. And so I'm saying, I am worked up. I'm wondering why everyone else is not worked up. I'm wondering why are you guys just moonlighting like this? If we decide as young people that we are going to do X, Y, and Z, and yes, give me 1 minute, I clear. I know normally when I hear your voice is that's the time, whatever, that's the bell. So we are saying as young people, if amongst us we have people who are masquerading as they are neutral, and then they are fronting the government's agenda, then we should call them out. And calling them out is not a sign of disunity. It is a sign of transparency and accountability. The same accountability that we demand or we aspire for our country, we should be implementing it, so that we cannot replace one crop of despots with the other. Thank you very much, Amerix, for hosting me.
All right. Thank you, Francis. I don't know if Edgar, go on. I don't want to interfere. Give mic to everyone who wants to talk. This is their citizen space. Let them talk. Their pain, their anger, their rage, because people are pained. So give mics to everyone so that they speak 2 minutes, 3 minutes, so that we push this forward. Thank you very much.
Okay, asante sana. So I'm going to go with Billy Mia.
Could someone else kindly go first? Then I go.
Oh, okay, next. Okay. Kenya Daima.
Okay, thank you, Edgar, for the opportunity, and also thank you, Amerix, for consistently opening Citizens Assembly. The reason why I picked the mic is I wanted to address this kind of coercion and manipulation language that has been used by the people we've elected as our representative. This notion and nonsense of calling us our sons, our daughters, and this idea of coming, you are my sons and everything, that is insulting our collective intelligence. You guys, you are our stewards. You are our stewards for representing us. This whole idea that you've been using this language, you are my sons, you are my daughters, and you are basically killing our future, and everything that has been happening, it has been happening systemically. I'm really happy that most of the people have been seeing some of the issues that I've been addressing on the timeline. Look at the energy sector. How comes our cost of production of energy is 25 shillings and above? Look at the countries we are competing with for production. It is 3 shillings. Ask yourself why systemically we are being crippled. You need to ask yourself such questions. Look at agriculture. We are getting seeds that can't regrow. That is what happened. Look at what happened in Austria, early 2000s. Unilever used to buy seeds of potatoes and go throw them in the Mediterranean to make sure that they control food production. And that is the same thing that is happening into our country. We need to wake up. Look at what they are doing to the education sector. I don't want to belabor the points and repeat things that have been said. What I'm liking is that we are all waking up, and all the youth that are listening to me, this is to you, all the youth that you are listening to me. It is your presence on Tuesday and any other day that is going to determine how long William Ruto is going to stay there. I'm here to implore you to come out in large numbers. That is what I'm here to tell you. I'm here to tell every youth to come out. They are still in our country, and they are coming here on spaces and even in public spaces, calling us our sons, our daughters. I am your elder. This self-appointment of eldership, that nonsense needs to stop in this country. You can't be stealing our resources and coming in spaces and shamelessly addressing us. That is why I picked the mic, to address this nonsense. And I don't know why we allow them to continue with that language even in public spaces. Thank you, Amerix and Edgar.
Okay, thank you so much, Mkenya Daima, for that solid submission. So I'm going to go to Keotios. Yes, you had requested to wind
Thank
up
you,
your
Edgar.
submission.
Thank you. I was talking about the missing persons, and I made my submission, but there's something that I want ikuwe clear hapa. Narudia tena. It is just a rallying call to the Twitter influencers, especially Twitter influencers with big numbers, the big wigs. Let's stop this division ya watu wakimiss tunakataa kupush. Right now kwa tweet ya MJ, asante kwa kazi umefanya leo, umepush sana. Kwa tweet ya MJ kuna like 14 persons ama youths with their names and their respective pictures ziko hapo. Wote wana miss. Those are the things that we need to push. Let us push. Let's amplify hawa watu wapatikane. Because sasa tukinyamaza watu watazidi kupotea zaidi. So I call upon all of you, wacha to push. And ni kitu inastua. You see, recently niliona kuna mtu alishikwa this week. I don't know whether it is Gaitho or Alinur. And a Twitter bigwing quoted that tweet and said, let him free himself. My friend, you are an idiot for lack of a better word. Yes, hiyo hatufai kuishi hivyo majama. Hiyo division sio poa. Wacha mtu yote akishikwa hata kama small wig, let us help them. Wacha tu call out hii kitu. Watu wana miss, wazazi wanalia. Kuna mzazi ananitext saa hii hapa kwa DM. Naweza waonyesha. Wanalia, ajui mtoto wako wapi, ati alipotea sijui July 11. Ananiambia nimsaidie kupush. So let's push these things. Tafadhali. That's what I wanted to say. Alafu kuna mtu hapo kwa DM ameniambia my message tunyakundi Cyprian. Anasema kuna watu wanasema ati unblock at least waingie kwa space. Anyway, thank you so much Amerix, Cyprian and Edgar for this citizen assembly.
Asante sana Keotios. Yes. Soko analyst, your hand is up. 2 minutes.
Thank you very much. I don't have much to say, but I want to appeal to all of us. I mean, the enemy is bad governance. The enemy is, the abductions, the disappearing, and everything. So, one, I would like to ask everyone if we could just stop bickering amongst ourselves. If we can just focus for now, we focus on Ruto, we focus on sending this guy home, we focus on being able to find our brothers and sisters who've been missing. Because one, the people who are locked up in parliament. Two, what happened to on the night of our 25th in Githurai, we really need to bring out a lot of engagement around this. So I would like to request Boniface and Gaitho, if we can. I value and respect your views, but I think there's a lot of concern that if we can be able to just focus for now, like now our focus is to shut down Nairobi on Tuesday. That should be the focus, and it's my prayer that we do that. And then number two, I would like us to speak in one voice. If we're going to JKIA, that is the point. If it's banners being shared, we share banners that actually reflect the same kind of message. And I think we need to recognize the fact that Statehouse has actually put in place a machinery to be able to create havoc and confusion online. There are a lot of people who are selling fear. There are a lot of people who are taking our posters and changing them, taking hashtags and changing with one letter. So we need to be cognizant of what is happening so that we don't lose these guys. We are very intelligent. Yeah, we can send Ruto home in 1 or 2 days. So my request is if we can put the bickering aside. I mean, the reason why I am pushing for Ruto to go home, and the reason why I want to come out is because as a businessman, I'm suffering. I've sent home people. The business environment is very difficult. Too much taxation. Electricity is expensive. Everything has become expensive. And then the power of the shilling has actually gone low. So for me, that is why I'm going out to the street. Someone else will go for their own reasons. Let us respect the reasons why we are going out, as long as we all come out to fight the enemy. And then the other thing that I would like to speak is this notion of small wigs and big wigs. For me, if I see an important message, I will retweet. It doesn't matter how many people there are. So I think we need to stop creating friction and things like that, these people are not doing this, these people are not. I think we are all moving. I mean, for the first time in the history of this country, we're speaking the same language. For the first time, our issues are the same. We want better education. We want functioning healthcare facilities. We want good roads. We want security. We want to be able to enjoy our money. We want to see the value of our taxes. And that's the conversation that we need to be having. Whatever other beef we have, honestly, we can respect one another and ask with respect to demand accountability. I mean, I can ask Amerix for accountability without insulting him, without looking like I have an agenda. I can ask Nyakundi for accountability without really looking like I've been sent by someone else. So I'm appealing to our intelligence. I'm appealing to all of us to speak in one voice. Lastly, I'm appealing to doctors to come out on Tuesday, plan like the way we planned the first time, emergency areas and ambulances and like that. I'm appealing for those who can cook to cook and bring food. I'm appealing to lawyers to station around, like now we'll be on Mombasa Road and JKA, all the police stations in that area. We go there and camp there and we wait. But my appeal is this. Ruto has paid a lot of money for guys to come and sell a lot of fear and misinformation. If we continue the way we are, we will fail. We are very intelligent and we're very united. Thank you very much.
Okay, asante sana soko analyst. Billy Mia, are you ready to give your submission?
Yes. Good
Haya,
evening,
karibu,
everyone.
karibu.
Asante sana Edgar, shukran sana Ameris kwa space kama hii. My name is Billy Mia. I work for Radio 47, the only audiovisual Swahili FM station in this country. And as a journalist, you've seen one of us was abducted or arrested in quotes, which is sending chills to a lot of us as journalists. Edgar Bare, Edgar Buire also faced the same, being arrested or abducted. One thing I want to say is that we just need to keep on as journalists. Let's just report truthfully and not biased. Let's just continue pushing the agenda of reporting the correct thing. Whether it's on this side or the other side, let's just keep on keeping on. Another thing, a lot of speakers have spoken stating that we should be united, because if Cyprian is fighting with Dombachi, Ali Nur with Anifa, Gaitho with Boniface, it seems that maybe someone has won in their game and all of us are pawns in it, Inafaa watu washikane, wawe na agenda moja, kwa sababu mimi kama mwandishi wa habari naona kinachoendelea na ripoti kinachoendelea, lakini kama kwa mfano wenyewe kwa wenyewe wanapigana, ina maana kwamba kuna mtu amefaulu kumnunua huyu na kumnunua huyu, alafu mwisho wa siku ile ajenda ambayo ilikuwa inafaa ipiganiwe inapotea. The enemy right now are these politicians that are not performing. That is the enemy. Bottom line, they are not performing. They are supposed to go. Bottom line, unajua, because we cannot have someone, a whole MP like Silvana Sosoro, telling people that if you continue making noise, I won't give you money. Sad situation. Very sad, Yet he's supposed to be there and do the things that they're supposed to do as politicians, as members of parliament ambao tuliwachagua waweze kutengeza laws na waweze kufanya vitu ambavyo vinasaidia kama wananchi. Sasa wamefeli katika oversight yao. Wananchi tumechukua jukumu la kufanya oversight, alafu wenyewe kwa wenyewe tunapigana. Kwa nini? Tunapoteza ile agenda ambayo inafaa tufanye. Kitu chengine, PR people, communication experts that are in Statehouse and even in the government are failing this government big time. The thing that these Gen Zs are fighting for is accountability and the government to do its duty. Bottom line. Hakuna kwamba mtu anataka huyu atoke aende, because hata leo hii mseme Ruto atoke aende, nani atachukua nafasi? Kwa sababu lazima katiba ifuatwe. And I think from a journalist point of view, the Gen Z and people are fighting for the law to be followed, the constitution to be followed. If the president and the government follows their manifesto, nadhani takuwa mbali zaidi. Lakini kama kwa mfano hatufuati manifesto, hakuna accountability, the people that are supposed to be doing oversight hawafanyi. A case in point, the former governor Mombasa County walileta wale wazungu ama wale madaktari kutoka nje, ili waje watibu watu. Do you know that a lot of guys died in Coast General Hospital because those were interns who were coming to train with human beings, You can just imagine. They are coming to train with human beings. Even our nurses ambao wamegraduate walikuwa na knowledge zaidi kuliko madaktari ambao wanakuja. Wakenya wanakuwa guinea pigs. Watoto wetu, ndugu zetu, mama zetu wanakuwa guinea pigs, wanafanyiwa practicals live. Yet watoto wetu na madaktari wetu wanafanya practical na machura, manyoka, masungura na kadhalika, lakini walikubaliwa kuja Kenya, wakaingia katika hospitali na wakafanya experiment na human beings. A lot of people died. The people who are supposed to do oversight failed to do oversight. So right now, the government should know kwamba wananchi ndo wanataka accountability, wanataka kwamba ile oversight ambayo parliament imefail ndo sasa inafaa ifanye nini? Inafaa ifanywe na wananchi ndo wanafanya. So if they can follow their manifesto, if they can do what they're supposed to do right, I don't think kama wananchi watakuwa wanagoma. Si kama tunaelewana. Kitu chengine, tuwe very keen as you go about your business, as you do everything that you're doing or you're supposed to do, tuwe very keen. Jua environment yako iko vipi, ongea na watu, share your number with people that you trust, share your accounts with people that you trust, because wale ambao wamekuwa abducted, apparently simu zao ilikuwa zinachukuliwa, wanafuta their social media platforms, zingine wanazipoteza. So tukue makini, look at your environment. Wakati ambao unatembea, angalia unatembea na nani, na namba yako ya simu peana kwa mtu. Be with someone ambao unaweza kumtumia jumbe haraka kwamba bwana, mimi nimeshikwa, because if these things are documented, you survive. But if you are abducted ama umekuwa arrested na watu hawajajua, then you end up disappearing. So wakati ambapo unatembea, hakikisha kwamba mtu anajua kwamba niko mahali fulani, nitakuja hapa after 2 hours. 2 hours ikipita, tayari anaanza kuraise alarm. And then we also pia to support wale wengine wote ambao wameshikwa na tujui mahali wapo. Mawakili watusaidie katika masuala kama haya, and we make sure kwamba in everything that we do we follow the law. issue ya ID, sisi wakati tunasoma, when I was finishing form 4, walikuja serikali pale wakatusajili. Wakati ilikuwa tunatoka kumaliza exam, within 1 week watu wote walikuwa wamepata ID zao. Why is it becoming difficult this time round? Kama juzi rais alipatia wa Makonde IDs, kwa nini Mkenya asipati ID? Sad situation. So serikali inafaa ifanye mipango kwamba Wakenya wapate huduma. Sasa kama Wakenya hawezi pata huduma na Wakenya ndio walipewa tax, then it means kuna shida mahali, there's a problem, and these spaces zinasaidia kwamba tuweze kuangaza maswala, na unajua watu wa serikali wako hapo wanasikiza. They need to just make sure kwamba wafuate sheria, wafuate katiba, bottom line, wafuate manifesto yao, bottom line, alafu waweke watu ambao wako accountable, kwa sababu ilikuwa tunashangaa kwamba ama tumwambia bwana, oya, hii cabinet itolewe, alifanya jambo poa akalitoa, then he gets back wale watu ambao ilikuwa Wakenya hawataki, incompetent fellows. Why is it that rais ameshuka makorodani? Makorodani is balls to those who don't understand Swahili. Kwani ameshuka makorodani kwamba amemtoa huyu lakini lazima amregeshe? What is happening in this country? Very sad situation. Kwa hiyo ndio submission yangu ambayo ni kwa kichache zaidi to Gaitho, Boniface Mwangi, Hanifa, Ali Nur, weka side shows kando and we face the agenda, ni kwamba accountability ya serikali lazima ipatikane. Thank you so much.
Okay, asante sana Billy Mia. Thank you so much for your submission. Eric Omondi, nilikuwa nimekutumia mic. Okay, umechukua. So next speaker Beverly Kwamboka. Unaweza nisikia? Can you hear me?
Beverly bado hajakuwa speaker bana. Allow me to talk. So my name is Milton Were. Yes, and there's something I've also been saying in these spaces before I even continue talking. You guys are not running the space well. We can't have same people speaking each and every now and then. There are so many.
Yes, Beverly nakusikia.
I think I was talking.
Who?
I was talking.
Okay,
Allow me finish. Then you join, huh?
Okay.
So I was saying this to
Milton. Okay, amedrop. Beverly.
Edgar, unanisikia?
Nakusikia, you can proceed.
I was asked to talk about the counties, but before that, I'm going to talk about 2 other things. One, there's an ongoing campaign with kutumia kanisa na schools. Teachers and head teachers na viongozi wa makanisa are requesting parents to agree their kids to be dewormed at school ama kanisani. If you are a parent here, please don't allow people to deworm your kids. Mbona deworm mtu ulishi? What are you deworming? Esophagus or what? You don't feed us. Stop deworming us. Some of those things are coming in as dewormers, but they have other hidden things. Secondly, let's continue talking about the missing people. Let's continue kuwatafuta wale wenzetu wenye tulikuwa tunapigana na wao na in between the movement the fight wamepotea. If we keep quiet, the government will take away with mtu akipotea wanaenda wanafanya chenye wanafanya because hatuendelee kuwatafuta. So kama ni mtu mdogo ama mtu mkubwa ama whether you are famous or not, tutafute wenzetu. Now, let me talk about what I'm supposed to talk about tonight. The county governments. In as much as we are tasking the national government, the major looting happen in the county governments. I come from Nyamira County and I'll use it as an example. We get 5.2 billion allocation, national government. We collect around 2 billion, so that's around 7 billion. But every financial year, we only can account for 3 billion. So 4 billion inabaki wapi kwa governor na puppets wake. As much as you're in Nairobi or you're in major towns, huku kwenye tumetoka nyumbani kumeharibika. Tell me why in Vihiga County, ile mtoni ya ushago, you know that kamtoni ka ushago, they spent over 10 million kutengeneza hiyo mtoni ya ushago. Those governors are looting. They're using MCS to loot. We tried to impeach our governor in Nyamira using the MCS, but they were bribed. Wakapelekwa Kericho, wakapewa pesa kidogo kidogo, na wakaambiwa contracts zote wao ndio watapewa. They will not be impeached. Na hivyo ndio ametoka. Also, last week when we were tukisalimia MPs, the senators were so much comfortable saying like, sisi hizo vitu hazipiti kwa nini yetu, our house. Those senators, usione Sifuna anacheka ama wanapigana na governor huyo Sakaja, udhani those people are enemies. When the governor is summoned in the National Assembly by the MPs, mtu anaendanga huko kumtangulia kubribe ama kusema some questions should not be asked. They are the senators. In Nyamira we are having an issue because our senator is in bed with the governor. He doesn't, hata ana ofisi huko, he's getting share of what we are supposed to be getting us, sisi wakazi wa Nyamira. When I went to occupy Nyamira, I was threatened. That's why I left immediately the same day. These governors think because uko Ushago, it's very easy to get goons to do something, but to someone we cannot occupy. Let's go fight county governments. Jana mliona huyu anaitwa nani Barichok akiulizwa vitu anaangalia senator wake. Senator wake anaitwa nani Sigei. When he's being asked about the money that is missing, he say, he look at the senator like, where's ujibu hiyo? Because he has so much in his pockets. To an extent, wanagawana na nani na senator. So the senator knows like, I'm getting part of this, so I'm going to defend them. Baadaye nifanye nini nirudi. Tell me why a governor said they spent 1 million on kununua soda. And then when he's being asked, anacheka. Na hiyo kucheka hivi anaona, hiyo kitu imeisha. Why? They know they are going to EACC and well, kesi yoyote kwenye itapelekwa, they'll use the same money to do what? To bribe these people, and that story is going to work out like that. There is no way ile ushago yetu tu yenye tuliacha, we are going back after 10 years, is the same way vile ilikuwa. Actually it's worse because the county government using some national project government tukusema kwamba ni zao. Also the World Bank and other organizations zinafanya some projects huko ushago. Sometimes just be sure who is doing the project. Project ikianza, just know who is doing that project. Because the county government will come, the governor will come and say, unajua juzi tumejenga sijui nini, and that is not a county government project. But he's taking credit because wa mama koko ushago kina mamangu, they want us, they don't even know what's the World Bank or the county government projects. Also, kuna hizi the things that were devolved. Those are the elements zenye wanatumia kuiba. Nasikia governor amesema ameajiri sijui walimu wa ECD kama 50. Ukienda kuangalia hata TSC numbers zenye ameweka hapa exist. They are using that to loot. The MCAs sahi wako huku Kitengela wananunua mashamba wakijenga. They are getting hizo contracts za county government kama ni kujenga barabara, na akikupea through a proxy unachukua 7 bob anachukua 3 bob. Literally wale watu wenye wako ushago wenye walisema watakaa maybe Nyamira town, they will never grow. Why? All the contracts zenye tender wanaona zimeadvertisiwa, they try applying, hawezi pata, wana advertise to for formality. Then the Vihiga County last month wali arrest like 11 people from that county. After 2 weeks, imagine wamerudi kwa kazi. They are now going back to cover up yenye ilifanya wajulikane. Like why is it that the EACC and the prosecutor, wanaita ODPP, hawawezi fanya kazi yao? They are really giving these counties a walk away with the money that should be developing. Tell me why we lose 4 billion yenye inaweza jenga. Sisi Nyamira hatuna hospitali. Ukipeleka mgonjwa hospitali, make sure umempelekea maji ya kuoga. Kama siva atarudi, unaweza pata hata amekufa because hakuna maji. The county governments are doing the major looting. Achana na hii ya national government yenye tunapea attention. So if you're in position to go back to your county government and arrange and occupy your county, let those governors, soma tu report your auditor general, let them tell you where the money went. And if they are not being accurate and telling you what happened, let that governor go home. If he can't fire masisi wenye wamekaa huko kwa county government, let him go home. Na if he fires them, wacha wachukuliwe hatua. Sasa unaenda kidogo hivi unasikia hospitali hakuna madawa, hakuna maji. New governor alichukua 10 million akaenda Canada akaleta mbegu ya ng'ombe. Eti sasa animal husbandry ndio tunafanya sijui with this money. They are doing so very many things. To be tudogo. Then they allocate billions. Before we finish with the national government, some of you should be occupying your county. Just read that Auditor General report and know wage bill ya account yenyu ni ngapi? Mbona governor create unnecessary positions just to do what? To use it at a way of looting. Na kama governor wenyu ni wa ako second term, huyu hata si kuiba anaiba, huyu ana divert everything because he's allocating money for finished projects or the former projects. Na nasema kama sisi kuna stadium inaitwa Manga Stadium, they keep giving it 160, 150, 100 million every year, na iko tu the same kiwanja, hata ng'ombe zinaingianga kukula hapo. It's just a kiwanja. So they are using finished projects to loot. They are using existing projects. Na wanazipeleka pole pole ndio waendelee kufanya nini? Kuiba nazo. So the best thing to do, just go occupy your county governments. Me, I'm going to, if any of you is here from Nyamira, Tuesday we are occupying that county. That 68-year-old mama serving as the youth, yende anasimamia youth and gender, yeye akai nyumbani. We can't have someone holding a position yenye hata hajaiweka tournament hata moja. Na ukimuuliza nakwambia na wewe ni nani? Unajua nilisoma US, I have 6 degrees. Penda nyumbani bado. Tunaweza hata mtu wa diploma bora tusaidie. We don't care. Thank you.
Beverly, kindly wind up. Okay, thank you so much for that. Eric Omondi.
Yes, guys. Asante sana, Americ, Cyprian, Edgar. First of all, guys, I feel very sad, yeah, because we are so close. We are so close, and these are things that come once in a lifetime. You know, I read somewhere that politics is the art of a few organized people controlling disorganized majority. And guys, this is Kenya's last best chance, and our children, our great grandchildren and our grandchildren will blame us. We are so close, guys, and we have this guy cornered. You've seen his body language. Today he's conceding, tomorrow he's threatening. So tushampata, and we are so close. Tumepewa pena bro, tuko 1-1, alafu tukapewa pena the 90th minute. Na lazima tufunge bro, and brothers and sisters. So as a person who has traveled this journey for quite a long time, a person who has endured so much, yeah, who has suffered so much, alafu kufika kwa hapa kwa finishing line, alafu tuna stop, yani atupiti your line, tunaanza kuwa disorganized. We need to understand that this thing is not just about Kenya. People have called me from Uganda. They're going to parliament on Tuesday. They are looking upon us. Tanzania, Uganda, Africa is looking upon us. The whole world is discussing Kenya. CNN is here day in, day out. We are about, we're at the verge of making history and changing Kenya forever. We cannot lose this fight, especially now. If these people reorganize, re-strategize, and regroup, we will regret it. Tutalia kwa choo. Yeah? And guys, we need to be very clear at this 11th hour. What do we want? What are we going for? And after we've achieved it, how do we move forward? Tunasema Ruto must go. If Ruto goes tomorrow, Gachagua takes over. We must start changing our narrative and our demands. It is the presidency. It is the presidency must go. Wacha Wetangula take over for 90 days, sijui ni 60, and then we constitute. And that's why I was very happy when Ruto started the process of constituting the IEBC. So we must tusijipige own goal. Ruto asitoka na Gachagua ingie, it could be worse. So first of all, we cannot be disorganized. We cannot be fighting amongst ourselves. And I have the moral authority to say what I'm saying, because I think on this platform I can say it. Maybe I can't say it on the traditional media. Some of us started this thing, and the vision we had, the dream we had, the prayer we had, all of a sudden, tuseme ni Mungu, it's happening. And some of us, it pains us to see that tumekimbia tukafika pale mazee, badala tupitishe tu line tumalize kazi. We've run a good, we've kept the faith. Alafu sasa tunaingiliwa na infiltration and na mavita. So what are we looking for? Whether Ruto resigns or he doesn't resign, I hope he does. We must know what we want. Kuna kitu tumeanzisha. Paka juzi kumekuwa na earthquake. I don't want to get spiritual on this platform. Do you know the last time Kenya had an earthquake? There's a lot that is going on in this country. Things are shifting. Mpaka tectonic plates. Hii tumefika point, it's like a pregnant woman in labor. Nothing can stop this from coming forth. Huyo mtoto atazaliwa. And it has nothing to do with Ruto. Ruto ataenda hata kesho. But there are things that I will tell you guys today that we must achieve. First of all, this bullshit of county government, of devolution. Devolution was meant to devolve services. It only devolved corruption. Why do we have 47 counties? America is a continent. The country of America is the size of a continent. They have 50 governors. Why do we have 47 governors and 47 senators? What are the work? Kazi ya women rep ni nini? Why do we nominate MCAs and MPs and senators? Immediately we achieve, because we shall achieve. We must revert back to 8 counties. Nimeona leo sijui governor yupi. You know what's going on with Wamatangi? You know what's going on with the governor alinini? Alinunua crate moja, I saw that 1 million. Kuna mwingine amefungua bridge, a very small bridge, hata hakuna maji, just on a flat surface. I don't know if you saw the bridge. We must do away with the 47. Do you know how big Texas is? The state of Texas. Na nilisema juzi mtu ananipinga. Kenya goes into Texas 2 times. And it is led by 1 governor effectively. Texas is the size of Kenya twice. Once we achieve whatever we achieve, tutaenda referendum. We are fixing the nation from the root problem, which is corruption, nepotism, tribalism, and partyism. Hizi pesa zinapotea kwa county. Zinapotea na Sakaja na our governors. We must revert back to 8 provinces. Wacha tuzite counties. Let us have the coastal county, the western, muite Mulembe County, muite Pwani County, muite Nyanza County. Well, Kenya is too small to have 47 governors. Alafu hakuna kazi wanafanya. Mmesikia what my sister just said there. That is our target. Our number 1 target is to get rid of the presidency. Constitutionally, Ruto akitoka leo, Gachagua anaingia. Tunarudi kutena kwa demonstrations, kukufa tena. We are doing away with the presidency. Wacha Wetangula chukue. Legally atachukua for how long? In 90 days. We must go into election. The MPs who voted yes must all go, must all be recalled. So to go in a target. Target number 1, we gave President Ruto an opportunity. I personally was very happy when the president dissolved the cabinet. And I expected him to self-preserve. I expected him to listen to the people. Ruto had an opportunity to do what the people wanted without any of his cronies castigating him or attacking him. He had the opportunity to tell them what say. Ni wa Kenya na umeona wameingia paka parliament. So I expected him juzi, when the president anaongea, I expected to come and fire all the parastatal heads, and then fire all the PSS, and then fire every government official. He lost his chance. He lost his only chance. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Kenya's best last option. And it will not come around again. It will not come around for another 100 years. And Uganda is looking up to us. Africa is looking up to us. Because revolution revival starts from Nairobi. So the bullcrap of Cairo saying Bonnie did and you who did it, it pains my heart. And if there are people who are infiltrating and you've been paid, may God strike you with lightning. May the blood of Kenyans who died, whose brains were blown off, may that blood go straight to your family and your great-great-grandchildren. May that curse fall upon your head. Guys, I will repeat again. Politics is an art of a few organized people controlling a majority that is disorganized. Mimi nimeshikwa 13 times. I've been on the street for 3 years. Nikiitwa cloud chaser, joker, comedian. But finally I wake up and I see it's happening. Guys, tumepewa pena. Hata goalkeeper ametolewa. Tukihata tumehata. And I know Ruto's people are on this platform. Listen and listen to me carefully. You guys had an opportunity. And President Ruto still, junajua mko hapa ndani. You had an opportunity. You still have an opportunity. Tell President Ruto to fire his cabinet again tomorrow. Asingoje Tuesday. Fire all PSs. Fire all parastatal heads. Fire every single government official. And then maybe, perhaps maybe, that is the only way. Now, if the president attempts to do anything that we've had or seen before, akileta dialogue, alete committee, alete all platforms, the president knows what people are calling for. And this is not even about Ruto. This is about injustices that have existed since 1963. And Ruto is the last of his generation. The best he can do is try to forge a legacy. We have given him that opportunity. Fire your government, and the least you can do is call for, allow us to recall these MPs. Na wewe tutakutana wewe 2027, venye unasemanga. Ama call for election. But in direction ya kuthreaten, there are 53 million Kenyans. And we must realize this. Against less than 2,000 government officials, from president to MC, our fiki hata 2,000. Wakienda sana 2,500. Against 53 million. Guys, this is Kenya's last best chance. And it will not come around again. It will not come around again. Let's take our opportunity. It is a God-given opportunity. It is a God-given opportunity. Na tutalia kwa chuo. Watasemanga, now they'll talk about that in the other countries and in history books. There was a time Kenyans almost changed the course of history. And I will repeat as I finish. What are we aiming at? Tukisha achieve, county government must go. Women reps must go. What is the work of 47 women reps who are earning from taxpayers' money if within the 2024 finance bill there was a clause taxing sanitary pads that was only discovered by Gen Zs and men, not even women? These 47 women could not come together and fight and rally. Kazi yao, they must go. Kazi ya women reps ni nini? Na hata hao MCAs. Hata hao MCAs. Even these MCAs, they will one day very soon explain to us kazi yao ni nini. Kazi yao ni nini. Nothing has been done with, since devolution. Only corruption and nepotism and tribalism. Hakuna kitu imefanyika. Turudi kwa provinces zetu na tuziite county, tukuwe na governors wa 8. And every person who will get into a government office beginning now must take a pay cut. Because I'm assuming those are not people we know. We are giving them an opportunity. Tunakupea opportunity, atukujui. You are fresh, whether you are Gen Z, ama wewe ni millennial. We are starting afresh. You will take a pay. Utachukua mshahara tumekuwapea. Will not be unfair. Haitakuwa very high, haitakuwa very low. We are starting afresh and we are fixing the nation. Guys, our root cause are vitu kama hizo nimewambia. Women reps, I'm very disappointed. I've been following very keenly. I know who blew the whistle on the pads. It was not a woman. It was not even a woman rep. They nominated the nyamus of this world. Wanafanya kazi gani? They are not accountable. Afadhali hao wengine wameelektiwa, wanaogopanga juu wanaona watarudi. Kura itaenda. Huyu mwingine ako nominated, ana serve nani? Constituencies wake ni nani? Ako accountable to nani? Hizo ni vitu za Moi. And finally, as I finish, kuna wakina Jomo Kenyatta, Oginga Odinga, Ochieng Aneko, Bildad Kagia, we know them. The first generation, they fought for this nation. And they gave us freedom from the white man. We had the second liberators. So you know what liberators? Hawa kina Martha Karua. Tunawajua, hawa walipigania. Akina multipartism. We must recognize that another one is happening now. Wakina Kenyatta waliachieve. Hawa kina Martha Karua walikuwa na kina Omingo Magara, sijui kina Orengo. They achieved multipartism. We must realize hii nyingine inafanyika. It is the last liberation of a nation. We celebrate Kenyatta and whoever he was with because of whatever they did. So guys, this is our last best chance. And it is not a Kenyan thing. This is an East African thing, it's an African thing. Asanteni sana, ndugu zangu.
Okay, thank you so much, Eric Omondi, for that submission. Masita Rus.
Thank you so much. I want to remind all of us that when we started all of this, we said we were leaderless, tribeless, partyless, fearless. And we are actually tribeless. You see, tribalism wants to derail the movement. Tribalism wants you to protect someone that does not want to protect you. Every time you hear our president, I want to put this across very clearly, that when the president is elected, he is the president of Kenya, not a governor of a county in Rift Valley. So there's nothing like our president and the president of Rift Valley. He is at work to serve Kenyans, all Kenyans, all citizens of Kenya the sovereign. Poverty is very high in the Mutembei counties. And it is high time that even when we go home, we go and educate our parents, we go and educate our grandparents, our cousins, our brothers, our sisters. Because this thing is not only about those people who are in towns, it's not only about the Gen Zs. These people are coming after the sectors that affect you as a person directly. That is the health sector, the education sector, the agriculture sector. When they take your seed sovereignty, when they take your food sovereignty away, you depend on them. Walisema finance bill ilikuwa rejected, but the appropriations bill went through, and we have seen the prices of things go up. Right now, we have seen the prices of seeds go up, seeds that were scarce during the planting season. They are now available, but they have gone up. We have seen the prices of fuel go up. And I know all of us are intelligent. So tunajua price ya fuel iki go up, everything else automatically goes up. Guys, we are tribeless. Refuse to be played with in the lines of ethnicity. And in fact, I want us to adapt this, that now we are tribe katiba. We are all about the Constitution of Kenya that recognizes us as the sovereign, and we shall underline that, as that man said. They want two things from us. They want us to give them a leader, and then they want us to give them a party.